At number 5, I asked a question that literally no one else in America seems to be asking, Tate.
They're scared to ask it.
No one wants to talk about it. Is Baylor good enough to repeat? Can the Baylor Bears win another national title? I think it seems crazy to say that based on what they lost. They lose their top 3 scorers. They lose the heart and soul of what that program has been for the last couple years.
3 of the best guards you'll see in March.
Yes.
Really. Talk about Teague and Mitchell, obviously Butler, yeah.
Yes. Those 3 guys are gone. And in that regard, you might say to yourself, "There's no way Baylor can repeat," and that reflects it. What are they in the AP poll? Like
6? Right? Yeah.
No, they're not. They're lower than that. They're like in the teens, aren't they?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. I can't even deal with the disrespect of Baylor. To be quite honest with you, it's not even fair to Scott Drew. We are trying to carry water for this man.
They're 8th.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, 8th. That's fine.
I thought they were lower than that.
No.
So. Baylor. I don't think they jump. And Langston Love is out for the year. They're star freshman. So I don't think they jump off the page as like obvious title contenders. But I do think they are good enough to repeat. And I think, as I've been saying all offseason, I'm going to continue to say it throughout the entire season. If Matthew Meyer is as good as he can be, and he's consistently that good, like he was, the game that sticks out, anybody who watched it will remember when Baylor played at West Virginia, and West Virginia had Baylor. It was a very close game. Punches are being thrown back and forth. I don't think literally, but I might have to double check. Maybe they actually were. And Matthew Meyer just pulls his balls out one after another and is just hitting big shot after big shot against West Virginia on the road. Baylor wins. And I remember thinking, like, this guy's going to be a star.
Yep.
But he also played, like, 17 minutes a game last year because they're loaded.
It is going to be interesting.
They have James Akinjo is Arizona transfer, Georgetown, Arizona transfer. He is there at Baylor. They're going to have a ton of talent. Adam Flagler is back. I think Baylor's going to be very good, and I do think they are good enough to repeat. I just wanted to say that. That's another PSA I have for America, is that Baylor is not going to be as good as they were last year. They're not going to be as good as they were 2 years ago. But if you look up in March/April and Baylor's in the Final Four and has a chance to win back-to-back national titles, and you're surprised by that, then you probably weren't paying enough attention.
I wouldn't be shocked if Baylor's a 1 seed again in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
That's how much I believe in Baylor. And I also wouldn't be shocked if Baylor were to get like a really bad draw where, remember Villanova, if they won in 2016, 2017, they played Nigel Hayes in Wisconsin.
It was Wisconsin, right?
Yeah, 1-8 game.
Yeah.
And they get upset. I feel like that's like a Baylor destiny this year.
They're going to play UCLA. They're going to play a UCLA team that struggled. UCLA was an A seed.
Oh my God, let's hope not. That would be terrible.
UCLA's an 8 seed. They play Baylor in the second round.
Well, it'd be good.
And then UCLA goes back to the Final Four as an 8 seed.
As they get the 1 seed run, that could be good.
Oh my God. You agree with me that Baylor's good enough to win a national title then?
I'm not necessarily. I don't know if to win a national title, but I think they're good enough to be a 1 seed. Which obviously, if you're a 1 seed, you have a chance. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't see them winning back-to-back championships in my mind.
They don't pass the.
They don't pass the like. Could this be
test,
be reality that I live in? But I also wouldn't be shocked if they're a 1 seed and everyone going in the tournament's like kind of like Baylor again. You know, this team defensively. Look at Kim Pom. You know, I could see that.
They're going to be great defensively.
Yeah, great defensive team.
They are going to be great defensively.
That's what I'm saying.
You're kidding, but I'm being serious.
I'm being serious.
No, I'm being serious. No, you're kidding.
I'm laughing.
I know you're joking.
I'm laughing, but I'm being serious.
I know you're joking.
Baylor.
But I'm not.
Baylor's going to be good.
Number 4, Baylor. We talked about the national champions. Now let's talk about the national runner-up, Gonzaga. My question to you is this, because I've been thinking about this for the last month or so, and I don't know what the answer is. Is Gonzaga likable?
You know what the answer is. The answer is absolutely not. That's the answer. It's hard. It's hard to hate David, right? Like, obviously,
isn't that fascinating? That Gonzaga is.
It's hard to hate David because obviously you're like, Goliath sucks.
Yeah,
like he's the worst. I don't like him, but I also don't like David because he's kind of arrogant too. You know what I mean? So like, but they are the little guy, but they're also hateable, and they like being hated. Drew Timme likes being hated as much as everyone's like, how could you hate this kid? Look, he's a senior. Look how much he works. So it's like, this guy's stroking his mustache. He wants to be hated. So they I think they're better hated than they are liked.
I don't think they're really David anymore either. They're like David. They're like King David. They're not like David. Like David when he became king, right?
Exactly.
Like they're not.
Yeah, they're post. They've beaten Goliath, and now they're like.
But that's what's fascinating too, is they didn't even beat Goliath. It's like they, you know what I mean? Like they haven't won that's what's so fascinating to me, is that Gonzaga has somehow found themselves where They are, for the second consecutive year, the almost overwhelming, almost unanimous #1 team in the preseason. They're expected to win the national title for the second consecutive year. Mm-hmm. They get the #1 recruit in the country. They have maybe the best player in college basketball coming back. Everything about them checks the box of like a blue blood program. They have not won a national championship yet, and yet I think we are past the point of Gonzaga being. We're certainly past the point of them being an underdog, but I think we're past the point of them being lovable in the sense where like. If
nobody's pulling
for them anymore. And they never got the – you're supposed to win. You're supposed to be Virginia losing to UMBC. Then Virginia comes back, and people are kind of rooting for them to get,
2017 was really the last time I think that like the general public was on the Gonzaga. They deserved it. Like, give them their title.
Yes, 2017 was
and then
supposed
I think
to happen,
2021, this past year, people were like, we can't let them go undefeated. Like they were pulling against them to go undefeated, so they didn't have that mojo. And now I think, like you said, they're too far removed from ever getting the lovability back.
Yes.
They'll never be loved
Mark
again.
Few getting a DUI in the offseason doesn't help anything. I think that's not.
And also, he's the voice of college basketball coaches. Like, when we go to Congress, Mark Few's the guy now.
Yes.
So, like, it's even more of a, you guys are the, you're the in guys. You're at the table.
That's so fascinating. Man. The Gonzaga. I mean, I don't know.
You would think that there's got to be some contingent of people that have like sympathy for the fact that they haven't gotten over the hump. Still,
I still want them to win. I do too. I think I want Gonzaga to win a national
title. I want them to
win
a national championship as well.
I wouldn't say I hate Gonzaga, but I don't know if I like Gonzaga as much as I used to.
I'm scared that they like being unliked. I think they like it. I think that's where they want to be. That's why I call them the new Duke.
Yeah, they're the new Duke.
I think that they've embraced. Duke wants to be loved.
Why don't you get Gonzaga to the ACC?
That'd be great.
Save the ACC.
Oh my God, that'd be great. Hey there, thanks for watching Titus and Tate. For the full friend of the program experience, subscribe right below and come join us for all things college basketball. The action is heating up. Come join Titus and Tate.